Okay, so I have measured and figured out where my turn is going to be for the swivel snap. Just clear a little bit of space here. I always work myself into like 6 inches to work, which is not good. Okay, somewhere here I have a head knife, not exactly sure where. Oh, that's wonderful. I've just glued. There we go. Alright, and grab a head knife. I mark up my knife so I can see when I'm sharpening, where I'm at with sharpening on the blade. I'm not done sharpening this, but I have to get this done. So my mark was over here. Where the heck was my mark? Let's measure it again. I think it was here that I was cutting, because my turn is over here. Okay, so this has to be 4 feet. So let's measure it on here, so from the handle. So we have 34. We'll mark it on the flush side, 34. 44. 45, 46, 47, 48. 45, 46, 47, 48. So we gotta come down here. So our turn is right. Turn this so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just marking this. So my turn is gonna be right here. And I need 2 inches. 1, 2. Actually, I need a little bit more, so I'm gonna cut 3 inches off. Go 2.5 and be happy. Okay, and this is going to be my turn. Okay, so here's my turn. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. So here's my turn. Turn is here. Put a T for turn. I need to come here. So take the head knife. We're gonna have to skive this anyway, so let's go a little bit long because I have to skive it. There we go. You can see this is really thick leather. Alright, so now we're gonna skive this down to nothingness, so that's nice and smooth. Move my cords for the camera. I don't want to cut through it. Okay. There we go. A little bit. Let me get this out from under. Oh no, don't go. Oh crap. There we go. Okay, so here we go. So you can see I have skived this down to nothingness. Okay. So there's our turn. Is over here. Measure again. You know, I think I gotta put a smaller thing on. Okay, so we have 34, 44, 45, 46, 47, 44, 45, 47, 48, Okay, so as you can see, here's our turn. You know, when we want this really nice and we want it skived down to nothingness, because this is going on a dog's neck, so we want it to be comfortable for the dog. So also too, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to bevel this edge. Okay, I'm going to put a dab of glue. Actually, I'm going to take a gel pen. Never going to see that mark. Here we go. There we go. This one I can see. So sometimes using a softer pencil, I found the 6Bs or 9Bs are just fabulous. Okay, so we know our tab goes to there. I want to see if I have a smaller ring, because this is just slip sliding away right on off. We can't have that, can we? I don't have thinner ring or smaller round ring. Let me go look. I'll be right back. Okay, we've solved that issue here. Okay, so I'm going to use a round ring. And a D-ring. Flip it this way. So we're going to use a D-ring, because that won't come off. I prefer to use a round ring, but I don't have one that is the appropriate size. All I have are these two behemoths. And maybe this one would work. Let's see, maybe this one's a touch smaller. Yeah, no, it still comes off, so we don't want that. So a D-ring it is. Alright, so let's get on our trigger swivel snap. I'm going to have it come down to here. Because it's a stress point, you know, we want it set up nice and thick. Leather. You know, some people like it really super thin. I like my leather to stand up. My stuff to stand up to holding a Rottweiler if it has to, or a German Shepherd. And they're powerhouses. Okay, so I'm gluing this up. Let that get tacky. Add a little bit more glue down here. Looks like snot, huh? But it doesn't smell good either. But I love this stuff. And this is Masters, and I swear by it. What I love about this glue, or this contact cement, so much is that I have 8 hours open time with it. So even though it's been out and exposed and dry, it still works, as long as I haven't put the pieces together. we're gonna let that dry for a bit, set up and get tacky, and while that's setting up and getting tacky for us, we are gonna, do I have a weight to put on top of this? I need a weight because it wants to move all over. You know what, let's just move the camera, it's easier. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to put a little bit of dye on this edge. So we want it nice and pretty. There we go. Look at that, and that's tacky already. Alright, so we are ready. Okay, so I line up my edges. There and there, and I feel on both sides. Down, down, down. Now I'm going to get a little cobbler's big hammer. Cobbler's hammer. And I'm going to put a clamp on this. I'm going to put 2 clamps on it. I'm going to put one here. Make sure that we are down nice and flat. Okay, so we're going to leave that clamped and let that dry before we get on with stitching. So I'll be back to stitch. Okay, so this is dried enough time. It's been about an hour and a half. Okay, and again we're going to take wing dividers. They're set at the same distance that the upper one was set at. This we're not going to use because it's too big. And I don't have any more hardware, so I'll have to do with a D-ring. Okay, so we are going to set that right here. We're going to mark where we're going to start the stitching. Again, we're going to use our 6B pencil. Make sure that we are square. Let's start that stitching here. And we're going to run that stitching right up to here. Okay, so now we're going to take our diamond shaped punch. I think this is the one. Yes. And we are going to now mark off edges here. So I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Right, so let's get started. And I need my big maul. Here we go. We have the big 2-pounder. pressure on. So we're just marking where the holes are going to go. I'm not actually punching through right now. Next thing. I need to get a weight for it, so and do that. See, I use these little dive weights from when I used to dive all the time. They work out great for holding the leather down. Go right there. Alright, so now we're going to punch through. I'm going to get a piece of scrap underneath. Not through yet. Almost. There we go. Almost. See? So we want to come through a little bit. Let's get this out without... Go this way for this one. Alright, so now I have my holes punched. Now I'm going to get that little vise again, and we're going to thread our needles again. So let's see how long this is, and we go for 3.5 times. Roughly. 1, 2, 3, 1.5. Alright, now I'm going to get my needles. Here we go. Taking a little bit of wax here. There we go. I think the worst part about sewing is threading these needles. There we go. Ooh, my back just popped. How odd. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start here and go this way. So, you know what? I'm at a good part where I don't have to open up those holes. So maybe I can just do it like this so you can see. Okay, so I'm taking the one from this and I'm going over here. Into here. Go. Pull it snug. Holes are hard to see. You know, and because this has a lot of force, we're going to do this double. There we go. I just feel a little bit more comfortable that way.